Just when I thought the truth couldn't possibly get any uglier, the floor gave way completely. Maddie reached down, guiding Carter's hand to the slight, barely their curve of her lower stomach. She looked at him like she was presenting a crown jewel. But I don't have a ring, Carter. What are we going to do about our baby? Carter frowned, the silence stretching into something suffocating. Then he uttered the most venomous words I had ever heard in my life. Your due date is right around Camilla's. When the time comes, I'll switch the babies. I'll give yours to her. And her baby? Maddie whispered. I'll drop it off at a fire station or an orphanage. I told you our child would be the sole heir to this empire, Maddie. I'm not letting anyone stand in his way. Carter said it with the casual dismissal of someone throwing out junk mail. His eyes darkened then, intensely serious. But Camilla can never know. I can't lose her. With that, he pulled Maddie flush against him again, his movements turning punishing and rapid. My heart felt like it was being beaten with a blunt instrument, the pain radiating outward until I was entirely numb. He was never the perfect gentleman I thought he was. He was just saving his passion for someone else. But how could he be this deeply evil? To throw away our own flesh and blood? Hot tears slid down my cheeks into the dark carpet. Instinctively, my hands moved to cover my stomach, shielding the 3-month-old life growing inside me. By the time the first light of dawn crept through the windows, the sickening noises finally stopped. Carter dressed himself, adjusting his cuffs before walking over to the sofa where I lay feigning sleep. He dropped to his knees, his touch impossibly gentle as he brushed the stray hairs from my forehead and wiped a dried tear from the corner of my eye. My sweet girl, he whispered softly. I'll love you forever, just like they did. Those hands. Those same hands that had just been all over another woman's body. A few minutes later, he led a trembling-legged Maddie out the front door. I dragged myself up from the sofa, my entire body shaking. The sorrow had evaporated, leaving behind a frost so absolute it burned. I pulled out my phone and dialed my best friend, Brooke, a corporate attorney. Brooke, draft the divorce papers. If this was Carter's definition of love, I was going to burn it to the ground, and him along with it. An hour later, I was sitting in a sterile, white hospital room. Doctor, I can't keep the baby. As the cold instruments did their work, my vision blurred with fresh tears. I had prayed for this child for 5 long years. I had begged the universe for a family with Carter. But now I loved this baby too much to bring her into a world where her father would discard her like trash. When I opened my eyes again in the recovery room, the sky outside the window was exploding with brilliant, cascading fireworks. A young nurse walked in to check my vitals, her eyes glued to the window, sighing with dreamy envy. Can you believe that? The CEO of Carter Enterprises bought out the bay for his girlfriend. They've been going off all night. Rumor has it he even bought